Hey guys, okay, so quick question. Have you ever noticed around your property, may that be house, apartment, whatever, condo, doesn't matter. Have you ever noticed these third party carrier people from, maybe your residential or state or county gas electric suppliers coming around trying to get your information? Guys, don't do it. It is a scam. I got pimped by some years back where I found myself being cornered by these same type of third party solicitors. Talking about we'll give you a cheaper rate. It's with Duke Energy, 30% discount rates, all this crap. I signed up, ended up paying 30% increasement of my rates. Literally. So my bill literally went from 80, typically only pay like $20 or something like that back then, to 80 to 125 to 150 literally within a few months. And then what was so crap was I had to pay an additional fees to cancel out that service and reinstate with my original service, Duke Energy. Super annoying. And it was crazy is since I had to unfortunately cancel that, I noticed those people seem to keep lingering around. Do not do it, guys. It's like you create a lifelong subscription that you don't want to be bothered with, but they don't want to take the hint to for real leave you alone. I've noticed this, and since I'm moved to different places, these people seem to keep lingering around. So what's going on? So have you guys ever found these people lingering around apartment complexes now, and they don't even care? So the one tall tale sign is if your apartment states no soliciting, no loitering, and they still come around, automatic scam because they should honor that, and they in a way they're trespassing when you think about it. You gotta think about it, guys. Why on earth do they even have to have these people? If you have a legitimate energy source, why would they hire third party carriers to give you discount rates? And honestly, let's just be real. There's no such thing of it. There really isn't. One thing I always do is I call my company, my energy supplier, and they're like, "We don't get that. We don't do that. Mm-mm. I mean, the only little discount rate we can offer you is maybe a hardship rate, and that's it. But we don't have any of that. We don't offer any of that. And then again, why on earth would we hire people to come to different properties and try to get you that's one, that's not our style. And then for the lack of the very word, like they said, a lot of apartment complexes don't even allow things like that. So why would we grant that? Come on. So guys, I've noticed in recent years, I've had some very aggressive people show up at my place. One, I had a couple guys try to aggressively get me to show them my Duke Energy bill. Yeah, it was two white guys showed up at my place. One thing that was a tall tale, they didn't have no badges, no uniforms, no nothing. They looked so unprofessional. It was very clear that they was not associated with no freaking gas or electric company, period. Even if they was a meter reader. No. Demeanors and everything was terrible. Then also, I had a group of ladies recently show up at my place. And the one thing I noticed, just like the other guys, they did not knock on each and every one's door. They only knocked on certain people's doors. And oddly, it seemed like it was only the black residents whose doors they knocked on. They didn't knock on everybody's doors. So I found that very interesting as well. Same thing happened with the black guys. So with that being said, I was like, okay, do they already have our information? Do they already know who we are? What's going on? Are they just trying to confirm certain stuff? And another thing is, I've noticed some apartment complexes are finding their mailboxes being breached. So ours just actually had to redo our mailboxes. But yes, some apartment complexes are finding their stuff being breached by these same type of people. So also keep an eye on that. Now, I supplied some photos of the last group of people who came to this place trying to initiate this discount service. And I'm looking like, y'all a little aggressive, aren't y'all, for a discount? That's a little too aggressive. They was going around hitting knobs. Instead of knocking on doors, first of all, when they knocked on doors, it's like, teet. Like, who the hell gonna hear that? Little barely knocks, and then if anything, I saw them more grabbing on doorknobs than anything. So that was a big tall tale sign. Just too aggressive, just way too aggressive, way too suspect. And I'm like, And I remember one time I left out my house, I was literally leaving, and the woman was asking another neighbor, "Do you guys have your doors locked? Our main door, like, do you guys keep that locked or unlocked?" And thankfully, she said, "Oh, ma'am, I can't answer that," and she left. But needless to say, there was no thing for her to go still check to find out. So, guys, if you have these type of people coming to your neighborhoods, your door, report them. I had to report these group of people to my apartment complex, And the guys who came to my house, I had to report them to the police department because it was way too aggressive. I mean, like, go get a bill type stuff. And, one thing, I am a proud owner of Ring Cam, so I had to submit that footage and that recordings to the police departments. And thankfully, I haven't seen those people around again, but still, be very vigilant, guys, and be very, very careful because these people are just too suspect for me. And just naturally, you know what I'm saying? Either if they're scoping around trying to do break-ins, or if they're trying to just scope around, period, and take your information, or both. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing that always just tickles me is like, why are y'all showing up at apartment complexes, clearly our properties, clearly when people are not home? Now, for our lot, a lot of people are day shifters, you know what I'm saying? So why would y'all even try to contact people or whatever around that time of day? And seeing how I saw her jiggling them knobs, it was like, okay, that was apparent why. So yeah, guys, be safe out there, be very vigilant, and report these people because yeah, they are on some scab stuff. All right.